Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So I'll take some time, as this is also a live reading, to show you some cards that I think are important as a reader. I have discovered the meaning, the true meaning. I'm being ironic here of I should have done this before, but that's all right, of the death card. So I hope that you can see that for yourself here as I'm like getting ready to channel this karmic reading. Is like, death. The way that I read cards is not like a physical death, but I feel like some of us on this journey really have a hard time letting go of things. So I'll tell you something. This here is like a definite. You don't come back from this here. I find it hard as a Cancer to come to that point when it comes to situations and people, because I'm somewhat of like a nostalgic sign. And I'm here to tell you that sometimes, things get to be burdensome and they need to be cut off, energetically, if nothing. And there's no coming back from that. You're done, you're done. So, because I feel it, some people are in need of understanding that death card in the way that I did yesterday somehow. Done, like, it's done. Let's see, because it's funny that I'm getting that energy as I'm getting ready to channel this reading here. Should let you know something. Hi Yolanda, how you doing? Nice to be here with all of you guys. I'm sorry, I'm in my channeling mode, so let's start this thing here as to the karmic and the masculine. This here is not quite what it is. It's actually your hope that I can feel. But let me take it back. I got one card here. It is worth it. Soulmate. It's funny, this energy here, but I'll go for it, I'm in the dark. Do you see that? Because I was like, if you go with the fact that your person is as much and as you are, like on soul, just like you, gotta see this for what it is. This guy here, your counterpart, what's saying, to him, the situation is worth it. He really believes this person or whatsoever is a soulmate for some of them. And it is actually a soulmate for some that are in a twin flame relationship here. But it's because this is not the twin flame card. For some of you, like a match made in heaven. I'm saying to you, he only thinks like that for some because they are in the dark. And I hope that you have heard me. They don't know for some. This here is a different energy. And I'll tell you something. Yeah, I'll tell you something. Eventually, you're going to raise your vibration around what's happening, around karmic situations. Will force him into something here. That idea, to see you again. It's exactly what's going to be like, I'm over it. What's going to push him point here in this karmic situation, because he's going to go for better. But that better is energetically. And I keep telling you, it's like if like the creator agreed to your situation, I don't care what the karmic has, you will always be better. And I hope that you have heard me. But that thought of seeing you is like, a little bit like poison to this mix here. And I'll tell you something else. It's poison in a situation where there is darkness and like negativity. is very efficient, and I can see it here. I can see some of them feeling like that today, going towards, I'm over it in the future because I want better. And let me go on, I'll tell you. But some of them are actually blinded by this karmic here until they know. Coming out from the darkness into knowing. And I'm saying to you, there is another energy here in saying to me, like, I know better. Now I'm over. Only one card missing is like that now card, but I've been getting it. It's funny. Yeah, I could feel that. It's not saying now, it's saying soon, people, and you saw the card for yourself. This here, a tower moment, definitely breaks up or whatsoever is going to start happening. Is not now, but Spirit is saying soon he will be over it, as he will try to go for better. And better here is energetically, exactly. That's why. Why would he... There's a question that's going to be answered here, and I have to find it. I got one card. Check this out. You got the question and the answer. Why would he want to go for better? Is because he wants to go home. And I hope the camera caught this thing here, because the card flipped in my deck, and these are very soft cards. But that was the card. That's my reality. Why is this mix here going to change from literally like the perfect soulmate, thinking that this person here is worth it all? Is because that person was in the dark. And another reason why is because they want to go home. And I hope that you have heard me. I need the card underneath. It's funny. That energy of like mothers is like literally gathering around me. You're being acknowledged here. It's like I'm drawing you guys to me. This energy, you're being acknowledged here. I need those cards too. Yeah. I'll tell you what it says exactly. The fact that you and him would never see each other again. He's not thinking like that. He's thinking he wants to see you again. Why? Because that idea of home is being like going home spiritually is like working on him. The fact that he would never see you again, he says he cannot. And I'm saying to you, this cross the line is actually a line in the form of like tower moments and actual separations into like going towards something better, a new love. And I'll tell you why. It's because they would want you back. They will want you back. It's not even like old love becoming something else. For these guys here, most of them, they never loved you. They never did. And this here is going to turn into something new. And I hope that you have heard me. It'll be like a new concept for them to even like think of you or wanting you back, but it's inside of them, believe me. And you see that card forever, no matter what happens. Once you've met like your divine match, yeah, this thing is forever. Yeah, you're going to keep wanting each other back forever if it's a divine match, is what's going on. Some of you guys will meet your person into this new love here that I can see, and even we will see each other again. I can see it. This here is a karmic reading, my friends. I can literally feel it like a karmic, a woman being jealous of this man's energy here, and this card is bothering me. Spirit is saying that's what's happening in their daily. That energy of jealousy is in here too. I need the card underneath. I'll say something to you. One of you, you're being acknowledged here, Your person actually left you. Is funny. Some people, or maybe most of you, This person here was with that person, left that person, or started being in dealings with you. Now they're leaving you and going back, or they have left you. Like, actually, you were in the middle. It started with another woman, you were in the middle, and then they went back to that other woman, making you feel jealous. They have regrets about that. Very specific here. Otherwise, I'll tell you another energy, especially if you have children with your DM. He's been jealous. Jealous. That idea of like wanting reconciliation and wanting to go literally back home. He's having regrets. It's funny, but that's the message, people. And I'm getting these energies here. Some of these situations, they're starting cooking. I believe that, that energy of jealousy is present, whether the karmic can feel you literally on your DM skin, whether your DM is jealous of what you got going on. And, the lowest energy would actually be you being jealous of the karmic. You don't have to be. She's nothing. She means nothing to you. I have regrets and I'm sorry. That's what they're going to be telling you sometime soon, for the ones who were really blinded by this karmic here. Because imagine, you choose somebody else over your divine match. What does that say about you, And I'm seeing it here into that card, divine masculine, man. Like, he's acknowledging the stuff that I'm saying. You choosing a karmic over your divine match, what does that actually say about you? I'll tell you something else that I'm feeling. Some of these guys here, and I can see it even it is worth. It's definitely worth something. Some of them got caught up in the hype, meeting a very successful, karmic. She was the so-called independent woman whatsoever, or making her money, living that lifestyle. That's exactly how the devil trapped them for some of them, tricked them for some of them. So what's going on exactly? Money. Believe me. And this here is the idea that he shouldn't have done it. He's going to come to that understanding, and Spirit is saying soon. And for those who never knew, these fools really believed that their karmic was like a soulmate, people. Like they were worth it all, literally. Let them see, And that idea of success and money and that hype for some of you guys, or some of them, that's exactly how the devil kept having this hold on them, So you don't have to worry. That there does not last. This here is like a little bit of this events or like tower moment thing happening. This here is a happening, people. And it's going to happen if it has not yet. Did not tell you like this thought of going home, or this idea of seeing you again, literally, like it has penetrated him, people. It's inside of him. That idea of like, going home spiritually, it's inside of everybody. He wanted to forget it for some time, but it's inside of him now. I don't know how you are feeling, but I can tell you the people in these situations are in need of feeling better into that card wellness, Some of you are dealing with real karmic situations. They're not going anywhere. You have children. There are children involved. You're being acknowledged here. Some of you are dealing with real karmics, Meaning they're staying with you through this life, and actually the others too for some, These communications, some of them are going to talk to you. I can see different things. I'm seeing like verbal arguments too in this karmic situation, and some of the family members are trying to jump in literally into the situation, into this card here, like insight. Some of these family members know actually too much about their mix here, and there is talk about it. For others, I'm saying to you, your person is talking to you despite the situation to say, let us meet. Or this here is actually a meeting point for some that have maybe like never even met their DM. Believe me, I can feel your energy here. But definitely that idea of like meeting you. And if nothing, I'm saying to you, some of them are going to talk to you to either tell you about the stuff that I'm seeing here, like, I'm sorry, I thought she was better than you, but that's really hard to say. But maybe like describe their situation to you is what's going on here, like what's going on in their family. And they'll be coming there to talk to you because they know that you have insights and that you can make them feel better. In other terms, they're coming for your energy to heal their mess, you know. So if I were you, you Spirit is saying the stuff I'm saying to you is the truth. If you're resonating with my energy, that's what is starting to happen here. Take it like it resonates, you know. But this here is for somebody. Some may not have children, some the karmic didn't have money, but for some of you here, this is 100% is what's going on. Some of you, especially if the karmic is like a real karmic, meaning you are a part of the same soul family as well as the same earthly family, soul that can link you to somebody. It's because they've entered your family. Otherwise, you can really like in truth, you know, you can really skip anybody you want, except if blood is involved, you know, you would understand. I'm saying to you, to those true karmics, or like to the people in real karmic situations, understand that you, as much as your person and the karmic, are on a soul journey, and that you actually bounce off each other, you know, like energetically, your souls too. They're there to teach you something, just like you're there to teach him something too. And I hope that you have heard me. You say AL or Al, say God save the Queen. Hi to you. Let me go on a little bit, you know, as to this karmic situation here. This here is that parasitical, if that's the way to say it in English, dot. Is that dot that's starting to like penetrate him, turning his like perfect illusion literally into some kind of other situation. Because believe me, thinking if he's your divine match, wasting time with somebody else, yeah, he was in the dark. You got to believe it. You know, he was in the dark, and I hope that you have heard me. My last card is saying here, nothing has gone wrong. You're not here for no reason. You're not resonating with my energy for no reason. This here is not about the karmic and your DM. It's not that nothing is going wrong between them. Believe me, I have insight, and we'll go on. I'll tell you, you know, the stuff that I'm channeling is that nothing has gone wrong between you and your divine match. And I'm saying it's the universe saying that to you. So, you know, don't worry about these karmic situations. You know, no matter how they feel, it's part of your demo, part of your soul journey. And as to today, right here and now, just come to terms with that. Nothing has gone wrong, no matter how you see it, you know. It's funny because I don't read this text here reversals, but sometimes I do. But this card here is joy in reversed in their situation, and I'll take the card underneath. I'll tell you what I'm feeling here. Your bond, your connection, the reason why you have like a perfect opposite match whatsoever, it's a greater cause than you know of. And I'll just say that, and I'll is greater than you know of, is greater than your karmic situation. You got to see like one level above of your situation, no matter what, believe me. And then I'll tell you something else. You see that divine animal to that card. I'll tell you something. What I'm seeing here is like that light, that divine energy is here to create space into this situation here through its energy. And that there, if you're resonating with my energy, is a form of soul love that's granted to you. So you can see it as it's getting warmer. I'm saying space is going to be created in these karmic situations if you're listening to me, because the energies are going to work their wonders on them. As I'm saying to you, nothing has gone wrong. There's this here something greater than you know of, into that card, soul love. Some of you even know of your karmics. On a soul level, who do you think has the best qualities? I don't know my karmic, but to top me, oh, she gotta wake up early, people. And that's that. This here is about the reading that I did yesterday, saying to me, remember the whole thing you said being no light. It's an impossibility that there's actually only light. Remember that too. And I'll say something to you, that light, it has like, it's in your person too. And if he managed to forget about it, if it's not like coming back, because it's always been there, it's definitely being reactivated, even in that card remembrance. Remember that, people, there is only light, because that light is shining on him too. And that solar energy, believe me, is going to create space in this situation, is all it is, and I hope that you have heard me. Let me go on. So as to your DM and their soulmate, and as I'm folding my cards, I'm seeing this here. Your divine masculine, this thing here has started. If it's not like manifesting before your eyes, you're resonating with me, that thought is inside of him, believe me. And some of them don't even know what's happening to them, And I'm saying to you, I keep getting that energy to even into the card. It is worth it. He's following the way that he's feeling. He's standing for the feelings that he actually has inside. Yeah. He's listening to that voice, and spirit is saying that's the truth. Period. Yeah, it's the truth. Because he's your divine match for most of you if you're listening to me. I hope you're catching what's happening. That divine voice is talking to him, and this guy is thinking it is worth it, standing beside these thoughts, or like this here is wands, that energy that's taking over him. For him, it's worth exploring, worth following that voice, and I'll tell you why. And Spirit is saying it's the truth, and I'll tell you why. It's because this guy here is divinely connected to you. He'll remember the way to the light, to the way to you. This here is not attention, or that idea of victory is like he's actually paying attention, is what Spirit is saying to me. I need one more card. Yeah. Oh, what's going on here? This card, the way it came, you wouldn't have wanted the madness, literally, that your person came along with initially. This whole phase where he was in the dark, at the end of the day, was a healing phase. And I'll tell you why. This guy here has a new sense of victory. Some of them, it even consists of a new family. But I'm saying to you, that connection that you share is inside of it. He wants like a family with the person that he's connected to. that's what he's paying attention to, and that's exactly what his sense of victory would be. I'm saying to you, your person, sorry, had to heal the madness around them. Quite frankly, I need more cards, but you would understand, and I cannot ignore that card. Spirit is saying that's exactly what happened, what manifested, or what's manifesting, healing some form of a madness, and this guy paying attention to that thought, like the fact that family, or the idea of family, is to be had also with somebody that you have a divine connection with, and not just with anybody. That idea of like regrets, believe it, the moment he sees, I mean, not even seeing, but recognizes or remember the lights, believe me, he's going to feel some kind of way into these regrets here. Somebody's definitely holding on in this situation here, not wanting to let go. Did not tell you when I introduced this reading about the Death card, the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Wands? Sometimes, you got to cut things off, because they start being like burdensome to you energetically. Eventually, that's what's going to happen here. Believe me, she'll hold on, or like one of them, or like whatever the situation is going to be like, let me just hold on. But I'm saying to you, the more they hold on to this situation here, the more it's going to be burdensome energetically, like pressure, or like, exactly, into that dark night of the soul. You want to hold on to this. The next step is the dark night of the soul, and it's coming heavy with these cards here. That's crazy. Do you see that? It's the same idea, like that 7 of Wands, him like following that lead or whatsoever that I can feel. It's the same idea, people. This thing is inside of him. It's been watered. It's been there. That thought is not leaving him. It's been actually growing within him, is what I'm seeing here. That thought of being in union, believe me. This here is like a responsibility, like, like times 100, especially if you have children with your guys. Some of them were in that phase, that's what they had to deal from. Being reckless and immature is what it is. Some of you guys running away from their children, because they were reckless and immature. The moment that they acknowledge this here, they're going to break down mentally, believe me. And I'll say something to you, doing this here, not acknowledging actually what like the divine has for you, or being in that, like on that journey where like negative forces is what you're drawn to. I'm saying to you, once you start healing your heart, these emotions are going to start pouring up on you. And it's exactly what's happening to him. Spirit is saying to me that's his daily, like an emotional thing happening here. Healing in the making from that madness, that guy there. He may want to hide it from others, but believe me, it's happening inside of him. Remember that card. Something's happening, like emotionally, I can feel it, And I'm saying to you, this here goes with that 5 of Cups to me. It's like different energies. Walking away, maybe in silence, head down, like, what have I done? Being left out, but you caused the mess. It's exactly what's going on here. I need the card underneath. You don't even have to worry into that card like pressure, the one I saw earlier. The more they hold on to this situation, the more like, it's going to feel or be like miserable to them, believe me. Trying to work it out at this point here, if that's the road that they wanted to choose, that's like that one step before the 10 of Wands. It's going to get ugly, it's going to get messy, people are going to get hurt. That's the path of like trying to work this thing out here. And I'm saying to you, what he needs to understand is that in the making, he's hurting you. He's divine match. Holding on to this situation, your person is literally like pulling you down into this spiral of like being miserable, basically down with him. I don't know the solution for this here. But energetically, that's what he does to you too, you know, and I hope that you heard me. That's the real problem. That energy of like nostalgia for most of them, either of you or maybe like a time where the situation here was not so messy. Exactly. His feelings into these two cards here did not tell you that his daily emotionally something is definitely happening to this guy here, and I hope you heard me. But he bottles it up inside. It's like that there is his little prison, and some of them they don't say it or show it to anybody, believe me. That idea of money, some of them, believe me, they're trapped into these situations because of the money. They cannot see past that, you know, lets you know what kind of, and I'm sorry to say, he happens to be your vibrational match, you know, or some kind of a match that we can't make sense of. If my match cares about money, my lord, you know, I'll be in big trouble. But this person here cares about money, or they're trapped because of that or around that concept, you know. And I'm saying to you at this point here, I need the card underneath, but some of them, they're just like spending time together. I don't feel or see that passion here. This here is like debating, wondering, you know, or knowing that you have a choice to make, and it's between two people. Figure it out, you and the karmic. Exactly, she's there. That's my card for the karmic. That's my card like for you. And it's funny how the king with the feelings is sticking to you. I need the card underneath. I'm going to use this justice deck for this reading. Do you see that, people? That separation. That's what's going to happen to the karmic, believe me. She was, you were way back there, you know, like he, sure, the more he goes on with this situation, the more he hurts you actually. That's like a side effect of this thing here. And of swords is all it is. I can see a separation, and not just that, I can feel it in my situation, which is not even one, because I don't know the masculine energy. My advice to you, exactly, into this divine energy here. This time, this guy here, no matter what he tells you, because some of you are coming to tell you about this breakup here. Do you see this card in like into building something? You're going to have to let this guy be single for a second before you take him back. Believe me. And the energy is right for him to be just there. Maybe you're dealing with somebody who has not been single in a long time, or who's never known how to be single. And I'll tell you something, for some of these karmics too, it's like a learning process here. They've never been into this place that I'm seeing coming for them. It's the energy that's doing that. So if your person is fresh out of a breakup or whatsoever, chill. Let them enter the energy of being by themselves, you know, for a second. And I'm saying to you, to these two cards here, some of them, they're waiting on this breakup here or whatsoever to reach out to you. Some of them have already had this breakup, you know, but they were in the making of building themselves, spending that time alone that I'm talking about, and they're coming to talk to you. And some of you, my lord, are dealing with the King of Swords. He keeps coming back, excuse me. Believe me, I can see also this energy is funny because the Nine of Pentacles represents something else to me, a lot of things, like all of these cards. But for the moment, I can see this idea of like the masculine being in motion, getting his head right. Literally, do you see that? Energy of motion. Eight of Wands for the ones who know, energy of motion. The Six of Swords already underneath, but this here will go for it too. Things starting moving physically, moving things from one place to the other, removing oneself from one place to the other, removing oneself from one situation, that like physical distance. I can feel it here, people. And some of them, they're hiding from the karmic that they're about to take this leap here. And check this out. Do you see who is leading to? Do you see what, like this excitement and like this divine energy, where it's leading to? You better believe it, into this energy of new love. That's what they're hiding from the karmic. Some of these guys, I keep telling you, it doesn't even matter at this point here. They just don't want the karmic anymore. I'm seeing like what you call it, a new cycle into this new love or this newer feelings here. And let's see it here. Some of you, the karmic is like an air sign. I can see it, or your person is an air sign. My lord, she's not going to react well to the fact that, he would decide to remove himself, or the other way around, physically from them. This is an air mix for some of you. And some of you, this karmic is like pissed, she's coming to talk to you. I keep saying that to you. Yeah, she's pissed. Some of these karmics have reached that level. Like this here is the point of no return, into the sword energy. One step before doing something that's literally like deadly is what's going on in some of these karmics' heads, mad as hell. Yeah. And she argues with them, with him or whatsoever too. And I can feel that energy of argument. Is that light, that's like beaming on this darkness here, Some of you, I'll tell you what this here is saying to me spiritually. If you're listening to me, resonating with me, it's like, do you remember when you were a chaser? Do you remember how it felt, like that pressure, that weight on you and whatsoever? That energy went somewhere, people, and is working on this here, believe me, is what's going on. The pain that you have experienced, For some of you guys, the loneliness that you have experienced, this here is karma. That loneliness, that aspect of loneliness is being sent back to somebody. Some of you are dealing with the Virgo. The karmic may be a Virgo. The fact, check this out, that karma for the loneliness and the fact that you were lonely, yet you had to build yourself emotionally, be content emotionally despite that loneliness. That was part of the burden. That energy went somewhere, people, believe me. Something about this card here. There's one group of women, you have children, you're listening to me. Hi to you all. I'm so sorry for not participating too much in the chat, but it's just because this here is like energetically is charged, people, believe me. And I'll say something else to you. Some of you even have children with your person. I'm saying all of that he did to you, leaving you lonely, to be fine by yourself, neglecting his family. You were the one paying attention to the family, to the children. That energy, it went somewhere, people. That stage, where men, an actual man, did not tell you, beware of the ones who choose like another person over their divine match. Let me show you something. The same guy who's like trying to call himself a masculine, leaving you by yourself to be fine by yourself, and for some of them even giving attention to another family, to neglect their own family, and daring in the making, calling themselves like a divine masculine. They were not ready. They must have been in the dark, because this here, it has a price energetically, and you don't have to believe me that price is heavy. That's the energy working for you. Don't care about this, the karmic. Pray for them, people. Do you see that? Heavy karma to strong karma. Need I say more? And it's right here too, into the death card that I kept feeling, you know, it's crazy. And this, like, you know, the justice, the element of justice, that's what it is. It's air energy, believe me. It's a little bit like that sword's been put down, like execution is what's going on. Believe me, it's time into that star card. Do you see all these major arcanas here? That's your pain, or whatever's been done onto you, that wrong element, it went somewhere. Is saying to me literally is going to be executed on what you call the lovers, their situation there. Some of them really thinking that they were made for each other, you know. Some of them giving, you see that world card? Some of them giving their all to this situation here. Some of your masculines, they went like about this karmic woman whatsoever, as if it was the love of their lives, people. The love of their lives. And maybe like right now, it's really me speaking, you know. The real betrayal when it comes to your divine match is nothing else. He can do 1,000 things to you, like over and over again. The moment he betrays, you know, the connection with somebody else, and some of them, they went all the way, people, is what spirit is saying to me. Time, you know, for an end to that. The idea of juggling this situation. Didn't I open this thing here with the death card? Do you see that? The 10 of Wands is closed. The death card into the world card. I'm saying to you, some of these things here is over. The juggling is over. And after this becomes another cycle, the one back to you as to how you are going to accept this here. I'm sorry, I messed up. I chose somebody else over you. I juggled you and somebody else. I made that choice as to who I was going to love, you know. What do you do when such a situation is over and your divine match is there, like looking at you like, did not tell you exactly that this connection is divine? No matter what change, no matter what definite change, no matter what the cycle it is that you're closing, do you know what's after that? Your divine connection. That they will always lead you. Those tower moments into that death card and that world card is very real. And spirit is saying to me they're going to start happening for many. And I hope that you have heard me. I can see confusion here. This here is going to be like a pool of energy, energetic strings. Some people wanting your person to stay, some wanting them to leave. A pool of energy, and for some of you, other people are involved too, and I'll tell you why. You know, like sometimes you need to see the bigger picture, and I'm sorry for being a little off. But you know, once these two energies here try to find like equilibrium, like, yeah, shit's going to start getting real or happening. I can see it here. And for some of you, it involves many people trying to either save this, coming after you. Some of you, many people involved pulling strings, you know, defending literally like, you know, their quarters or their energy is exactly what's going on. And it's funny, that damn idea of money. I don't know what it's doing here, but for a lot of you listening to me, just know that it is a factor in your situation, you know. Things are definitely going to change into this tower here. some of you, you're in communication with your person into this tower, and if you're not, you are going to be. Some of you are going to find themselves from now on, you know, like things would change because you would have not just one but many conversations with your person, you know. Yeah. Let me tell you something, people. You see these two energies here? This here is the energy of being all-knowing, and this here is like one of the highest energies you can have for a man. This guy is not the magician that you need by your side yet, but sooner than later, he's going to be in recognition of you into that Empress, is what's going on. That idea of the masculine being in movement is very real. So either coming towards you, going towards this recognition, traveling, relocating, all of this stuff is happening. And I'm saying to you, for some of you, if you're resonating with me, you've made it this far, your union is coming soon. And it's funny, in the same token is also this guy here saying, you know, this is an energy of speed to me. It's always like, you know, running away or like really fast away from something. Do you understand this guy here? He also ran away from his own union. And I'm saying to you, union is coming soon for some of you. Do you see that? Yeah, it's coming into this chariot, and even the offer that some of you have been waiting for a long time, that gesture coming from your person is coming for some of you. And I'll say to you, some of them simply regret running away from this union with you. And I hope that you have heard me. Even into this chariot, like, why did I move away from this here? Did not tell you this guy was in his feelings about all of that. It's very real. Feeling some kind of a way inside that I believe that he hides it from everybody else. This here must be a reading for you, mothers, but you're being acknowledged 100% to this thing here. And Spirit is saying to you, you know, temperance, or like take it easy, because this guy is starting to look into the right direction. Or maybe he is taking it easy into this Emperor here that I can see in this card too. Did not tell you about the Magician and the Emperor? That's what he's aiming for as well. And if nothing, I'm saying to you, this guy here is wanting like a more peaceful way of life by this time. And I'm not talking about my peaceful, I'm saying peaceful according to what he's been used to. Exactly into this here. Do you see that? That's a good mental energy. That's what this guy wants. And some of you, you're definitely dealing with the King of Air. And I cannot, you know, you see these energies here. This guy wants better. He knows he can do better. He is actually better, but somehow this madness here is still attached to him. So yeah, that's people. I need some more cards because I'm a very ritualistic person, though I have zero rituals, you know, in life, which is crazy. But I have like a way of doing this thing here. This here is always that card where spirit is forcing me to say something, whether you know you want to believe it or not. I don't see that 10 of swords, but you know what I'm thinking? You are poisoning most of these karmic situations at this point here. Your energy is working wonders, especially your energy is high. For some of you, this thing here has already begun and is taking more time because you refuse to like put your energy higher. The higher you get, the quicker this thing here is going to go. That's exactly what I mean, Lord. That idea of seeing the light is very real. Recognition, and I'm saying to you, some of them are going to have the courage, you know, to cut the situations that we are talking about. And it's not just that, people, that certain light or whatsoever, it leads towards love. And did not tell you somebody was going to hold on to this thing here? Do you see literally the karmic in the back? This guy following the light, and the karmics like, oh, I'm here. I don't even know if this is a demon or a person. Don't worry about it, because the true energy is the energy of love. And if you complete him, it is what it is. Exactly. Into that card, have faith. If your love's written, literally by the creator, nobody can come like between you and your person. They will find themselves just like this woman here, actually being blinded by the life by the light herself. But this guy is following it, and she can't approach it. Just like that, people. That fight, and I refuse to put that on top of this card, but that fight between you and the karmic is like what you call it, like a materialization of the actual fight between good and evil. You just have to understand that. So you would never identify with the karmic and be like, you and me would never be of the same world. If he wants to be in between, if he likes your world, he cannot like my world. You're going to see how fast this guy is going to come towards your world. And some of you, this world consists of money. The other world. The end of a tough cycle approaches. I can see it here into this death card and this world card. Adjustments are required. I believe it too. And I believe that some of these guys are moving in silence, but they're doing what they're supposed to. Nothing is yet set in stone. For those who know, it's that mutable energy, that idea of change, and something is all that it is. Like the idea of something changing is real. I can feel it even into that tower moment. The time for healing is what your person took away from you, because if you could see the energy attached to him, like whenever you guys met, you wouldn't want this guy. You're just attracted to him or whatsoever because you can see the greater version that's going on. He needed time to get there. And I'm saying to you, sooner than later, he will need time to heal from this karmic situation, and you have to give it to him if you don't want the true energy of the karmic to enter you through him, and I hope you heard me. This guy, he's this idea of like, there's love for me somewhere, there's a match for me somewhere, exactly. Or like, the woman that I would love, and on top of that there would be a woman of God. He's following that thought without even knowing what kind of light he's really following. Do you see that into that card? Like, have faith. Believe me, the answers he needs are actually coming. Like, let me show you literally who I am, why you have to follow me, Yeah, you're very close to achieving your goal. That's what he's saying to himself too. And he's very close to getting the answers that he needs concerning this thing here with you or with the karmic. He'll see clearly. Did not tell you he's following that thought, that thing inside of him. That guy is saying that he has faith in it, and I'm seeing it here too. And it says it here, like, show the world the real you. I'll tell you what I'm seeing, because I know my cards like that. Even into that card, like judgment. That verse exactly into that full card, and that energy of having like watered something that's about to grow. Believe me, people. That's what's happening here, into showing the world the real you, even in this Aquarius energy here. This guy's life, or how people have known him, was either immaturity, not being mature mentally, an element of madness. That's how they judged him. That's how you could have judged him, sorry, but you judged him this way. Like, no, that's the right man for me. I'm saying to you, he's grown. And whether you want to believe it or not, you're the one who helped him, reach that. Some of them, they're right. Mentally, they're ready. I'm telling you that. getting ready to receive these answers, grown at this point here. I can definitely feel that. If you have not seen your person for a long time, I'm telling you, you're going to see like a newer version of him as he's getting ready to actually introduce it to others too. Yeah, expect powerful change. And it's funny, I can see that change here. So let me tell you, people, before we finish, this reading is going to resonate even more with you in some form if I need to include the karmic, because this here is the karmic reading. But if the karmic or your person, if you know them to be, is actually a Gemini, I got Gemini, Capricorn, and Aquarius here. I'm saying to expect powerful change. And I hope while he was, undergoing this type of transformation here, this here, he needed to be good with himself in that card Judgment. He changed like a powerful change. I hope that you were not like wasting that time. I don't know, being obsessive about readings and refusing to grow, because I wonder what self or like the real you that it is that you are going to show to this guy here. Can he expect a powerful change from you? And if that's not the case, believe me, just get working, because for some of you, this guy is coming. If you really believe in your union at this point, some of you get ready, because you're going to have to match that new him. And I hope that you have to me. It's time to activity. Some of these people are getting separated from these karmics here. And I have to stop it here because it's saying it's buffering, but I can understand why. It's the damn karmic energies, that do not want me to spill it like it is. So I'm sorry about the quality of the video, people. It doesn't really happen often, but I just seen it, I'll read the chat in a second as I'm getting ready to finish this thing here. It's not that honeymoon. If you following me, my energy, you're going to see I can feel that's a masculine energy being in motion. It's a little bit like they started that journey actually, whether journey to themselves, journey to wherever, but this guy is taking that leap of faith literally in the future, no matter what, is what's going on. Because he needs to find peace for most of them. They're like leaving a situation to find peace. Like that energy is heavy onto them, and those finances, I don't understand. Some of them, if they leave, they will lose something here, and I can see it, it's what's going on. Yeah, they're leaving because they want that healing energy. And they're leaving because that healing energy is working on them and nothing to do with it. I'll tell you what I'm feeling. For most of your guys here, they really thought the karmic was worth it. And if you found yourself, waiting, I'm saying to you, the divine is working at your love life, working its wonders, on your love life, into that justice card for everything that you have felt. And I hope that you have heard me. Do you see that, like worth waiting for engagement? Oh, my Lord, it's like that level of commitment. Some of you have waited for that a long time. I can see it coming, is what it is. This guy was learning literally, and I'm not making excuses. I'm not a hypocrite. I hold grudges, This guy was in the making, busy learning. Have you found it in you to forgive? Because, when as he releases whatever is like that negativity between you and him, are you going to go ahead and do the same thing? Is the question. This guy is thinking to himself that he deserves love after all, that he deserves to be happy. Remember that card like joy in reversed. That love, like true love. I deserve love. I deserve true love is what he's saying to himself. Do you see that also into the thinking yourself first? At this point here, some of these guys, they're not leaving because of you. They're leaving because the karmic is not their match energetically anymore. It's that idea of new love. And if no new love, at least let me leave because I love myself enough, you know. It's about that energy of peace around them, believe me. Like that card reconciliation for some of you. And I have to be real to the stuff that I'm like channeling. Some of these people are even going to go into reconciliation, but each time they try to go back to this cycle, the pressure, you have no idea. I need the card underneath. Some of you, I'm here to tell you, you're walking into this reconciliation in the most natural way possible. And if you have not, you will find yourself, you know, sometime soon flirting and like, you know, having that light-hearted energy with your person. And I'm here to tell you that reconciliation has entered your person. Believe me. And I keep saying to you, he's following them into this card here. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yeah, into this divine energy here. It's working its magic on this thing here. It's giving feelings to your person for you. And that there, I believe, is happening like mostly when they are like quiet. So imagine why he would move or like relocate to find quiet. It would actually be to find you. And you, your person wants love by now, and this karmic is not going to do it much longer. Whether you or your person allow the situation to unfold naturally, people. And for the ones who find it like hard to forgive, I suggest that you try to find yourself into like more light-hearted energies. And as I'm saying to you, I'm in this just like you guys are. I will make sure you know to look into that. So that, people, that was my reading for you for this weekend. I'll come back for more of these karmics energies because in the making, like in the writing, literally. And I hope that you have enjoyed.